Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 21 of this Formula 1 calendar, and this will be the final round of Season 1, so therefore it is the final time we participate in this career mode for Season 1, at least. We will be doing a Season 2 very, very soon. I will probably start Season 2. I'll just give you a date. Let me just have a look in my calendar. So I'll probably start Season 2 on Saturday or Sunday. So I'll just give you a date. So you know what day. So it'll be either the 15th or 16th. I'll start Season 2 of this career mode, of course. In terms of, though, you know, I will obviously, because Christmas coming up, I will not be doing any episode on Christmas Day. I probably won't be doing one either for Christmas Eve or Boxing Day. However, I might release one on either 27th or 28th. Okay, so, you know, the last video will come out on the 23rd. And the first video after Christmas will be either the 28th or 27th. 27th or 28th, I meant to say that way. But yeah, so only a few more videos then, that means. So realistically, obviously, we've got one today. That's the final. This is the final round of the Season 1. Then obviously we've got maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 more videos coming up that I will do for you guys. So yeah, you know, it won't be too many videos now that I'll be doing like in the near future. So that's why I've tried to get as many as I can out now rather than the Christmas, because obviously Christmas is a family time of year. It's time to spend with family, relax, have fun time, and try to make most of it. So yeah, you know, and yeah, you know, I hope you're having a good December, a relaxed December, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. But I'll wish that in a different video as well. But yeah. Also, comment down below, because I would like to bring some new content to the channel. Now, I was thinking of bringing FIFA 19. I would though need to purchase it in the PS4 or PlayStation store. I was thinking of making a purchase for FIFA 19. And I was thinking of bringing Gran Turismo to the channel, if you'd like. I do a little bit of other content. I will be doing a train simulator review at some point in the very, very near future. So do please watch out for that. But yeah, like I said, I want to bring some new content. After this video, you know, we'll see. But yeah, I am thinking of doing a FIFA 19 career mode. Get that going. I was thinking maybe bring a FIFA 19 career mode out maybe once every week, but obviously I wouldn't be playing every single game. I'd be maybe playing important games, if you know what I mean, because obviously I'm not a big football fan, if you know what I mean. I find football quite boring, to tell you the truth. The way I see it, it's just kicking a ball. But you could say the same about Formula 1. The way I guess a football fan may see Formula 1, it's just driving around in a circle. Yeah, you know, I find football not most boring, entertaining sport, but I don't find it a bad sport either. And to play it as a game, it's alright. FIFA, I think, has one of the best career modes possible, in all honesty. And that's why I do like FIFA. Because the career mode, there's something about career mode, it's always quite decent. I've seen reviews about FIFA 19 that it's not meant to be the greatest game in the world. It's meant to be, some are saying it's meant to be a copy of, basically, or a reskin of FIFA 18. But yeah, I am thinking of bringing FIFA 19 to the channel. Also, I'm thinking of bringing Call of Duty. So it'd be either FIFA 19 and Gran Turismo, or FIFA or Gran Turismo and Call of Duty. Now, obviously, for Call of Duty, obviously, I would have to put a age restriction on the video. I'd probably set it at well, I'd have to not maybe I'm not sure, because obviously the thing is I don't want kids, if you know what I mean, seeing if I did let's say a Call of Duty game, I wouldn't want young children seeing content that is not age appropriate for them, if you know what I mean. Because obviously, yes, I do sometimes swear a little bit, but I think I will admit, I should probably put a viewer discretion on all my videos. But the thing is, I don't want people seeing inappropriate content. I think swearing's okay. There's a sort of I'm probably hitting that red line when I sometimes maybe do swear in some of my videos. However, at the end of the day, Call of Duty, I think obviously it is in my eyes a quite violent game. Obviously I'm 18 myself, but obviously it can be a bloody game, if you know what I mean. And obviously this game right now, okay, this game that you're watching isn't maybe a bad game. It's actually a very, very clean game, if you know what I mean. There's no violence, if you know what I mean. I guess the only time there is violence is when I get annoyed, but there's no violence, as in there's no killing people or shooting, if you know what I mean. Obviously, you know what I mean. But I don't want to limit my audience, if you know what I mean. So that's why I was actually thinking, if I do Call of Duty, it would limit my audience. However, there is a big audience out there for Call of Duty, and that is unquestionable. But obviously, I don't want to limit my audience, because obviously the whole point of YouTube is to have a big audience, and I want to bring out enjoyable, fun content as well, that you guys will enjoy and will watch the video, not just for a minute or two, but also for a good 10 or 20 minutes, because that's how, or that's what I want to see people doing. I want to see people watching the video, staying, instead of just clicking on it, 1 minute's gone by, nah, I don't like it, and then close the tab. I want people to stay for a good 10-15 minutes, then, go about your business, sort of thing. Because obviously I think that'd be very, very nice, and it's polite, I think, if people stay for a good 10 or 15 minutes. Now, I just want to get something out of the way. The reason why yesterday I ended my live stream chat or talking early was because I had to do something. So I had a private discussion with someone. Nothing bad, if you know what I mean. It was actually quite positive. Well, it was actually very positive. And yeah, just chatting with someone. And obviously, I wouldn't want to chat with someone whilst playing YouTube. So I just played the game, continued and talked to them, at the same time. So I was sort of multitasking sort of thing. So that's why my driving quality did go a little bit worse in that race. And yeah, but otherwise it was a alright race, I finished, I can't remember where I finished, to tell you the truth. But as I say, anyway, I just have to check something, because obviously do want to check what maybe are the rules. Upload defaults, is it? Well, it's English, United Kingdom. So think you have to go to brand advanced maybe. Ah yes. So is it that? No, it's not that. But point is, I just don't want to get on the wrong side of YouTube, if you know what I mean. And that's why I'm just having a quick look on something right now, to see whether or not, obviously, viewer discretion has to be put in place for certain things, like this, obviously, because obviously I don't want to release a video then not have the viewer discretion on it if it needed, because obviously, like I say, it's a very obviously I know I can't control people who watch it, but I don't want my videos to fall, let's say, into a person who's about 3 years old or 5 years old, watching basically killing, or, well, when I say killing, but I mean shooting on Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Because obviously Call of Duty is a violent game, if you know what I mean. Even GTA, it's a violent game. But GTA, I think, is actually less violent than Call of Duty. And the reason why I say that is because in Call of Duty, you're more prompted to, how can you put it? Well, you're basically the army, if you know what I mean. You're doing missions, and yeah, you know, you're basically the army. Whereas in GTA, I feel it's more of a simulation, and it's a bit more of a free game, and you can choose how to play the game. Yes, maybe the first mission not so much, but after the first mission, you can practically do free roam. Okay, you won't have much money to do free roam, but you can practically do free roam, and you do not have to kill, if you know what I mean. Or you don't have to do these missions where you're shooting, because Call of Duty is a shooting game. Anyway.
This is a very difficult circuit to master. It's a braking circuit, and that's where the majority of mistakes will happen here today. The final sector is particularly difficult, as it's a very technical part of the track to get right, especially in qualifying when you're right on the limit. Yeah.
So yeah, gonna now jump into FP1. Going to do all the usual as of yet. Now,
for this session. Hopefully they'll help you squeeze a bit more pace from the car.
Just doing a bit of a basic setup for this right now. I'm going to run 5.5 wings. I'm around here this weekend. Brake pressure or brake bias 54% makes it absolutely squeezy wheezy. Gonna lower the tire pressure just a tad, and then let's get into the weekend. So gonna go, like always, track acclimatization, as you always know, best thing to do. Now this circuit is a really interesting circuit, I find, because obviously you gotta be quick through the middle sector, but also the first sector is a power sector, and the last sector I would say is arguably a power sector, where you need a car with a good engine. So as much as this may look right now like a circuit that really benefits someone with good aero, it actually does, yes, but at the same time a good engine is always very good around here. So can we get points in the final race? What can we do in the final race of the season for Williams? Obviously, will it be our final race in Formula 1? I highly doubt it, but I highly doubt it's our final race with Williams either. But missing that gate, we will be coming back for season 2 with Williams, hopefully for a better season. Obviously, we know now the target for season 2 to outscore our best from last season, of course. Obviously, we will have a better car in season 2 than we have had in season 1, only slightly, though I would have thought. I wouldn't have thought there'll be massive improvement. Anyway, down second straight here, getting DRS down this straight as well. The straight here is quite long, reaching top speeds of about 200 miles per hour before entering braking zones on both of the straights. Now I feel like we certainly need a lot more downforce. We're going to use a flashback.
Are you alright? Let me know.
So yeah, I think we certainly do need a bit more downforce, but I do feel like the car is good, or it's handling okay. But I do think we do need maybe put a tad more downforce on the car. Then now through this middle sector. Now this is where the Red Bull will be absolutely flying here. Just to let you know, Vettel leads the championship, I believe by like 16 points or something along that lines. I'm not sure. I have to actually check. I can't remember what happened in the last race actually. I know Vettel had an issue in the last race, sorry to say, because he finished behind us, I'm pretty sure. I just can't remember what happened. I remember something happened to Vettel. But yeah, basically I just can't remember what happened to Vettel. So, championship showdown anyway, this weekend in Abu Dhabi. It's between Vettel and Hamilton for the championship, to let you know. And which one of them's gonna win it, who knows. Anyway, we're gonna take the green. We're not focused on R&D points too much, because yeah, we got practically everything we need, if you know what I mean. But we're gonna add a bit more aerodynamics to the car, and front more. I feel like the front's just lacking a bit more grip, or lacking a bit of grip, shall I say. Brake pressure's fine. I'm happy with brake pressure. Go low tire a little bit, and I'm gonna
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the
balance
race, but we
of the
should
car.
put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim
right.
program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Let's go into race sim program now. Obviously the session here right now is the least important of the weekend, so it's not important. Out of turn one and having another spin. Right. Keep on getting, so that curb there really catching us out. Or that corner. That time going wide. That could be a problem for us in the quali. And now that's a problem. Huge. So I might go the other way. I might go for a bit more downforce in a minute. See if that helps. Alright, down main straight. As I say, hit about 200 miles per hour on this straight with quite good ease. Then open up the DRS again for a second time running. Again, just creeping to the 200, not quite in 200 there. Now, last night, in the House of Commons, just thought I'd let you know, Theresa May faced a no confidence vote in her own party. Now, I can confirm, I'm pretty sure many of you also know, she did win the confidence vote. However, 117 of her own ministers of parliament voted against her and did not have confidence in her leadership of the Conservative Party. However, she needed only 159 to win, and she crossed the line with 200. So 200 of her own fellow MPs do have confidence. However, she did have to make a concession to get that confidence, to let you know. Just thought I'd say that. She had to make a concession saying that she will not stand in the next general election in 2022. So she wants to see through Brexit and then basically not be Prime Minister after the Brexit negotiations. Now, in my opinion, okay, the result is absolutely shockingly bad for Theresa May, especially in a hung parliament. See, if this was a ordinary parliament, let's say, I don't know, let's say this was a parliament where Theresa May, let's say this was a parliament, of course, where Theresa May had a majority, it would be bad. But obviously she does not have a majority, she has a minority, and that makes it worse that 200 of our fellow MPs have not got any confidence. 117 of our own MPs don't have confidence. And the reason why that's extremely bad is because, you see, the thing is, okay, that makes, effectively, Jeremy Corbyn our official Prime Minister. However, he's not in power, if you know what I mean. Because Jeremy Corbyn has got the support of 269 of his MPs, you can argue. Whereas Theresa's only got the support of barely a third of her own MPs. So, it's a very, bad situation for Theresa May right now. Personally, I think she's brought it upon herself. The way she's handled the Brexit negotiations is just shockingly bad. She hasn't tried to negotiate a deal, in my opinion, a deal that works for everyone. She went from no deal is better than a bad deal, now it's a bad deal's better than no deal. She was on about strong and stable leadership. Clearly she has none. And yeah, she's put herself in these positions, in my mind. She hasn't done herself any favour, because, you know, I do like Theresa May. I feel sorry for her as a person, but I don't feel sorry for how she's handled the negotiations. I don't think she's capable. She looks weak. She is weak. And yeah, I think it's time for her to go. To face up to the fact she's got no support. She won't get through this, even if she does make her amendment, it'd have to be an amendment that not only suits the DUP, the Democratic Unionist Party, but the amendment would have to suit her own fellow MPs, and she's got 117 to win over. And when you actually add on to that, she's actually got 127 to win over if you include the DUP, because I include the DUP. And yes, okay, the DUP may not get to vote in whether or not they've got confidence of a Tory leader because they're a separate party, but it's very, very clear in my eyes that this deal will not go through Parliament. It's very, very clear in everyone's eyes that the deal's a flawed deal. And yeah, you know, everyone's just waiting for that meaningful vote. Labour are waiting, SNP are waiting, and it's now been confirmed we won't have a meaningful vote until after the Christmas recess, which sort of proves how poor of a deal Theresa May's got, if you know what I mean. Because if there's going to be no meaningful vote until after the Christmas recess, then obviously it's a pretty meaningless vote in some sense. And she won't, even when she does come back, she won't win. I don't think she won't win the vote. If anything, I think she'll lose quite badly. Now we're going to run actually a little less front, a bit more rear. But yeah, I think the vote is pretty pointless. And I don't see her lasting long. I give her another few months and she'll be out of the door of number 10 Downing Street. I'm not going to say when or where. When and when sort of thing. You know what I mean. I wouldn't though say it'd be long. I say she'll come back to Parliament very, very soon with probably a deal. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just picking up my post. Got a letter, which is quite nice to have. Obviously, a letter. Just have a look what my letter contains. It's bank statement. Obviously. And someone else got a letter. So yeah, 2 letters. Not important actually. Bank statements. Yeah, they are important, but they're not important. Anyway, on with this. Yeah, as I was saying, back to what I was saying. Obviously, there is no confidence in my eyes in the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is a flawed woman right now. I don't know, a lot of understeer through there. Car feels more balanced, but yeah. So what do you think on Theresa May? Do you support her deal? Do you support her? Because obviously, not being funny, I personally don't support the Tories. I think right now this is a party that clearly cannot negotiate with itself, let alone this Brexit deal. And I think it's going to rip them apart. Realistically, it is ripping them apart, but I think it's going to cost them many votes for the 2022 general election, because, you know, I think this is now turning into a Labour community, the entire country. I think the movement between Labour and SNP is going to be incredible in 2022. I see SNP, Scottish Nationalist Party, really doing well in Scotland, and I see Labour really doing well in England, and almost, I'm not going to say they're going to destroy the field, but I see them doing really good enough, you know. And I see Liberal Democrats having a resurgence. Now, the car felt very, very good there. So I'm going to add just a chunk of downforce there. So it feels a bit more like we need downforce than anything. And yeah, let's now go into qualifying. Let's see what happens.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three,
So,
who are Raikkonen, Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton.
So my teammate did a very, very good job there, let you know. A very decent job. Well done to him. He finished in a very good position. So yeah. So, let's go into qualifying for the final time. Final qualifying session in Season 1. Obviously, Season 2 will be coming back very, very soon. So, not final qualifying session on my YouTube. Now, let's see what will happen.
Here we are at the beautiful Yas Marina circuit where qualifying is about to begin. So sit back, relax and enjoy the action. Looking at this field today, Ants, do you think we're going to see anyone take a chance? Maybe run the harder of the available compounds and save some of the grippy tyres for the race tomorrow?
Well, I'd be surprised in all honesty. It's only the front runners that really have the pace to get away with that. And even then, at the end of the day, it's a big risk. Track position is the most important thing, and it's rarely worth sacrificing for a slightly more optimal strategy in the race, so I doubt we're going to see anyone trying it. I have been wrong before though. We certainly do see some risky decisions every now and then, and it's a gamble that's sometimes worth taking. But if it were me in the car, I would want to be on the fastest tyre for my qualifying lap, without a doubt.
Sit rep, we've got a leak in the hydraulic system, so it's going to be a few minutes before we
Right.
can get you out on track.
So, a small fault in the hydraulic system. So, 22 seconds before we can attempt to take on the beast of Abu Dhabi. In terms of who's leading the championship, let's have a look. So Hamilton's second with 296, who's now going out on track. Let's see, is Vettel out on track? No, Vettel. So we'll go out in about a minute's time. So Vettel is on 299. So yeah, very close between the top two.
Everyone ready? Okay.
So
let's go.
Vettel does lead by only 3 points. So basically, let me just do the equations. So Vettel, if Vettel wins, he is world champion. Hamilton must finish ahead of him. However, if Hamilton finishes second, Hamilton, I believe, isn't world champion. So, of what I can work out, if Hamilton finishes second, Vettel must finish fourth. If let me just have a think. If Hamilton finishes third, Vettel has to finish fifth. If Hamilton finishes fourth, Vettel would have to finish what I believe it would be sixth. If Hamilton was to finish in 10th, Vettel would have to finish 7th. If Hamilton was to finish in, did I say 10th? I meant 5th. Vettel would have to finish 7th. So yeah, it's going to be close. It'll be interesting to see who I want to win. Ooh. Oh, there's a car behind me. Yeah, who I want to win, that's a completely, entirely different question. I would have to say the man with the most wins. We'll check that out at the end of the race. So again, nicely out of the way of Brendan Hartley, who's on a flying lap, I believe. I'm not sure. So we're coming round to get ready to do our flying lap. Out of the final corner, down into start finish straight, across the line we come, into turn 1. Through turn 3 and 4, into turn 5. Turn 6. Straightening the car up nice and early there so we get good drive. Turn 7, I believe that is, or 8. Now turn 9, I definitely know this turn 9. Alonso locked up here 3 times in the last 3 laps. We took a very early, so certainly on the next lap probably be a bit later and more aggressive in the braking. Right. Hamilton right now on pole. As we enter this final sector, as we're just jockeying the car. Around final 2 corners. Out of the final corner goes P9.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
What's Rockin on a flying lap then there? Not sure. Pretty sure he came out of the pits. So P9 right now, we currently sit. I don't think this is going to be the greatest weekend. I think we are going to struggle for pace. Right. So obviously, thing about this circuit, the sun is constantly setting, so track temperature's always going down. And by the time we go out for our last run, you will notice it will be considerably a lot darker. I don't know if you can already tell by even I can tell it's a lot darker than it was, taking out one of the boards there. It's a lot darker than it was a few laps ago. Right, so we're in the pits right now. Getting pushed back into our pit garage. And we're going to prepare for the one final run. So, final qualifying of the year. We will wait to go out. First lap was okay.
Our best lap
I still
so
think
far
there's more.
is a 1:37.9.
So, right now, Hamilton is world champion. Provisional world champion, to let you know. Obviously, there is no points for Saturday, but if things remained that way, for the race, then Hamilton would have the best opportunity of becoming a world champion. And obviously Hamilton hasn't won his 5th world championship, remember guys, in the game. This is only season 1, so effectively this is the 2018 season. Obviously in real life, Hamilton's a 5-time world champion who beat Vettel, but obviously right now Hamilton's world champion, and we're gonna go now out for our second flying lap.
We're ready to go.
So Hamilton on provisional pole as we now get ready to go out for one final push lap. And as I said, you'll be able to tell it's considerably darker when you come out for the second time. We've lost car on track. Yes, we are. Nice. So one, I think it'll be a Ferrari coming around first. We're going to be last to come round. Interesting. So, I think Ferrari's already on their flying lap. Alright. Final time to make the best of what we've got. Right now, 17th. Can't be too disappointed with that. All about final corner, bit deep. That's certainly not going to be a great exit. That's going to affect our lap. But hopefully it won't affect it too much. Absolutely committed through there. So 5 tenths up, half a second. What can we find from the closet or from the bag? About 7 tenths, so 3/4 of a second. Oh, corner cutting a little bit. Probably won't gain too much time. Certainly not going to gain it there. Right, where things went a bit sideways. Only 2 more corners now to negotiate. Out of the final corner, what is it going to be? It's going to be...
We're very happy with that position. Well
10!
done.
So another fantastic result in quali.
As we wind down from the
Absolutely
excitement of qualifying,
brilliant.
here's a look at your
And
top 3.
there we
Hamilton,
go.
Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas. Goodbye for now then, but
So,
we're really
yeah.
just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, things remain the same in the race. Hamilton will be your Season 1 World Champion. And yeah, how catastrophic would that be for Ferrari? They've led every single race of the World Championship so far this season. The last time that actually happened was actually back in 2010 when Vettel never led a race until the last race here in Abu Dhabi. Could history repeat itself here today? Or, you know, could things actually happen, but this time for a one Lewis Hamilton, who could effectively
the fans
repeat
really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Already.
What was the secret of your qualifying pace?
Not
Will your team have your reliability problems fixed by qualifying?
gonna say much. There we go.
Appreciate your time.
So final race of the season then. So yeah, Hamilton could be world champion or on his way to a 5th title through winning the last race of the season. And honestly, that'd be the first time he's led the championship all season long. It'd be the first time Ferrari have not had either driver leading a championship, and obviously it would be the most important occasion, if you know what I mean, because obviously if Ferrari don't finish ahead of Hamilton, effectively Hamilton is world champion. And as I say, you know, Kimi Raikkonen won the opening few races in absolute style, but now Ferrari
right. I think we can call that a successful qualifying.
are looking vulnerable.
In the race.
I've been in touch with some contacts at Sauber, and they think your attitude and results might be a good fit for their team. We can talk to them at our next contract review if you're interested.
Cool.
Let's see what kind of offer they can put on the table.
She sounds so devious when she said that. Let's see what kind of offer they can put on the table. Sounded so devious, that did. But yeah, Hamilton could be world champion today. And if he is, it would be a win for Hamilton. Let's see. So I'll pass it over for one last time to David Croft. Obviously, not really, but in the game.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The drivers will be racing here on Yas Island today through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are plenty of opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, at turns 8 and at turn 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps to come. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk briefly about Kimi Raikkonen. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Max Verstappen, and Sainz, Perez, Hülkenberg, Russell, and Fernando Alonso. Grosjean, Raikkonen. They've taken a grid penalty. Stoffel, Van Dorn, and Ocon, Magnussen, Gasly, Sergei Sirotkin, and Brendan Hartley. Ericsson and Charles Leclerc rounds off the grid.
So only 2 people with grid penalty. But what's nice to see that the season finale will not be affected by grid penalties for the top 2 championship contenders, which is lovely to see. Because obviously that I really there hasn't been many championships decided, I don't think, by reliability issues. But the 2014 championship was recently. That was the last one I can think most recent where that was decided by a reliability issue. Otherwise, not many have. Yeah. Still. One final time then, we go racing here. In the 2018 season, what can we do? Can we bring home points for Williams? That is the aim, to bring home one last point for Williams for this year. Obviously, not in our career, we're not retiring, so I say, and obviously it's not our last race for Williams, but obviously it is the last race of the season in 2018 in season 1. So obviously 2019 effectively, or season 2, obviously may be different. Obviously, as always, racing on 97% AI difficulty. My teammate is just a terrible driver. That's really as plain and simple. So yeah, warming up Tarzan quite nicely then. I think we've really done enough warming. So just obviously warming them up. Oh, balls. Fuck, almost. I accidentally made a mistake. Just swerved a bit too far left. There we go, that's better. I do use flashbacks only when I feel needed. Like, for instance, if there's a stupid error. But, you know, I try to limit the amount of flashbacks used. Because sometimes the AI in this game can be a bit odd and stupid, should I say, which makes racing very difficult and dangerous and wrecks races, because obviously the AI in this game do things that a real person would never do, if you know what I mean. For, you know, still, final corner. Right, one final time. As we all come to line up. Will Vettel win the championship, or will it be Hamilton? Who's your money on?
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
I'm glad you said that, Jeff, especially in Abu Dhabi. Oh. I need to do something. I can't do something. Oh, big balls. Right, I'm going to have to more or less do this as quick as possible. I forgot to turn my engine map on. Right, 3 red lights, 5 red lights, lights out, and away we go. It's been an okay start for us, getting a little bit bogged down, not making a better start, but we're only lost 1 place on that start. But in fact, probably a lot better. Vettel is all over the place and in what is P5, so Vettel's really lost out there then. And Hamilton, I think, is made away along with Daniel Ricciardo. What happened there? Everyone, I'm sorry, we all just saw that. The game did glitch. I think that was clear proof. Yeah, there we go. I hit that board there. I agree there. But whatever reason, it sort of glitched. And that put me off a lot. And you will see the car makes a very uncharacteristic movement. So I think it's only fair I use a flashback from here. Okay, that is only fair because the game did glitch, and obviously that did affect our race. As you can see, that time the game did not glitch, and that is what would have happened if the game did not glitch. Still, up into 9th, or well, I'm already in 9th, wasn't I? Anyway, can we get a bit of slipstream on Nico Hulkenberg? No DRS for first 3 laps. It's only a 14-lap race this is, so we gotta try and be careful. Kimi Räikkönen going to go around the outside. Have to leave him room on the inside. He will have certainly much better speed than us. Trying to fight Kimi with all we've got, but just can't do much about that. Kimi is in the faster car, obviously of the Ferrari. So right now, nothing affecting the championship of what I can see. It'd be nice if we have a clean championship finale here in Abu Dhabi, and a good end to season. That'd make the season really special for both whoever wins. But let's see. But yeah, Vettel certainly right now is 1-0 down. Can he come back to win 2-1, as they say? Lap 2 then. So we're in 10th, followed by Fernando Alonso, who's in P11. Obviously, Renault is quicker than us in terms of car performance, but we'll certainly try and hold on. Hopefully these battling and this group fighting will sort of affect them slightly. We're followed by also a mountain of cars. But yeah, now Fernando Alonso, here comes Alonso. Will Alonso make a move for what would be P11? Yes, he will. Can we come back on the brakes? Not quite. Gonna have to watch Grosjean. So, Alonso sailing past. But hopefully things will change in a minute or two. Obviously, I think Alonso's got slightly fresher tyres because we qualified on top 10. And top 10 isn't necessarily a place where you want to start. So getting into a rhythm. Lap 3 now passes.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
Small mistake into turn 1. So not losing too much ground to Alonso and Hulkenberg or Raikkonen. But we're further away than I can't attack or overtake. Here comes Grosjean. Will this be P11? Wow, he just sailed past. Getting a bad exit. We'll have a slipstream, but that's about it. Don't think that's going to help much. Going a bit late on the brakes. Having a little bit of contact with Grosjean. They'll give us a warning saying we caused a collision. That's fair enough, I guess. We sort of did cause a collision. Alright, lap 3.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
That's really affected our turn 2.
We're leading our teammate by 2.4 seconds.
Sort of hit Grosjean there, sent him into a spin. Now I will admit, oh god, yeah, sort of hit Grosjean. But if we have a look at this angle, this was a bit of a inedible because obviously we went wide. Obviously we were forced to go wider at this turn here. So battling through here, Grosjean and I. Then obviously there's not really much I can do. I've got to take a corner at some point, and I knew he was there, but I did not intend to hit him. But obviously if I go any more wider, I don't make the next corner, then I have to... It gets worse and worse for both of us, so... I had to compromise him. Now, I'm going to have to use a flashback about there, because, I sort of spun out a little bit, whilst in the heat of that moment, if you know what I mean. Because even though it affects you, sort of, when you get, a bit, how can you put it, hyped, it can put you off a little bit.
Is 4.7 seconds.
Bit wide there. Hey, next corner though. Oh! Huge corner cut there. Feel very bad there. It wasn't even my fault. We really just got away. Look, really just slid. I didn't even turn. Really just slid off that curb there. And there's wheel spin. You can just see the wheel spinning. I'll have to accept it. Nothing really I can do about it. Give me a bit of an advantage. It weren't intended, if you know what I mean.
This lap, give us the best in lap you can.
So doing now an in lap. Now this is where positions can be won. Now this is hopefully where positions will be won.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach.
I don't think we're going to have 5 seconds. What happened there? Jeez. That time I've... Oh my day, this game, the speed limit's 50 miles per hour. I slowed literally perfectly down to 50, and then it says, no, sorry, that's unacceptable. You're speeding. Bullshit. Alright.
Stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty. Dangerous driving. You cross over into the track.
right now, just saving a bit of fuel. Cut that corner just a tad. Just a tad though. Teammates in the pit.
Sergey is in the... Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Was it, Jeff? It was a big one. You don't say. Sort of went wide there. Again, this curb's a killer. And then that curb's a killer as well. These curbs here are killers. We're right now in 12th. Something along those lines. Not sure. Turning into a bit of a boring race, this is. Let's see how the championship's doing. Who's winning? So, right now, Bottas is being in a wingman. Good man, Bottas. Well done. Good wingman. Yeah, Hamilton's winning the World Championship of what I can calculate. So, quite nice actually for Hamilton right now. He's got a 2-car buffer, effectively, in Verstappen and Bottas. So, yeah, it's going to be close. Like, as I say, he does have a 2-car buffer, Hamilton does. Because right now, even if Vettel gets past, yeah, even if Vettel does get past Bottas, he's then got to catch Verstappen and then overtake Verstappen. So it's not a easy. It's not Oh, balls, absolutely mess that up. Saw went into Rich. Didn't want to go into Rich. Only want to go into Standard. There we go. So, yeah, getting darker here in Abu Dhabi as the season is drawing to its end. Getting quite boring now, this race. First lap was alright. Qualifying was alright. Qualifying was good actually. But yeah, this race, dull. I think that's what I'm going to describe it as. Dull.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.2 seconds.
So, what would be nice right now if one of the leaders, preferably crashed out or retired, that would give me at least a point. Or someone retired. Right now, that's not happening. Right now, that really ain't happening, is it? So, Hamilton's on the way to a 5th title. Ferrari's on the way to a constructors title. Red Bull, though, are on the way to another victory this season. Red Bull have really done well in recent races. According to the R&D, they do have the best car now, Red Bull, so can they go for a World Championship next year? That's the big question. And if so, can they do it in good fashion? Sort of been dropping back for the last few laps purposely, just to have a little bit of battle with someone. Whoa! Just got a bit of oversteer. I wonder if we touched. I think we touched. Or did it? Ugh. I think the game registered a touch. Yeah, I think it did. For whatever, another glitch, I guess, in this race. Because it felt like a touch, if that makes sense. It didn't feel normal.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Right. Not really concerned. So yeah, bit of a dull race, really, this has been. I guess it reflects the season. I think, personally, it's been a dull one. It hasn't, first few races, it was literally, first few races were okay, but then the remaining races were very, very dull.
Battery charge is high.
Now, I
Let's
can
increase
confirm
deployment to up the pace.
Sebastian Vettel has overtaken Valtteri Bottas and now only has to go after Max Verstappen. But, as I say, go after Max. It's not going to be easy for Vettel. And he's been pressurised by Bottas, so it's gonna be really
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
last lap stuff for Vettel. He needs to have a remaining few good laps, and he needs to catch Verstappen, I would say, by lap 12. If he's not on the back of Verstappen on lap 12, Hamilton, I'm sorry to say, is going to be world champion. No, I'm not sorry to say, but, you know, he will be world champion in season 1. So, as I say, Vettel's got to close up to Verstappen ASAP by, I would say, lap 12. For some reason or another, I don't think he's going to do it. As I say, Hamilton's right now got the perfect buffer. He's got a car still in front
Gap to teammate behind is
of Vettel.
2 seconds. Some information on Ericsson. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car. Our gap to the car in front is 2.4 seconds.
So,
nice overtake.
Defense, mate. So, Vettel. Someone's clipped our rib. Felt that. 100% that was a touch. Now Vettel doesn't look any closer to the back of Verstappen. As I say, Hamilton Vettel needs to catch Verstappen and overtake, and we're on lap 12 now.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
So we're holding off the attack from Van Dorn. And I think Hamilton is on his way to the World Championship.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
Just placing the car where it needs to be. So Hamilton only has to stay in his position for now 2 more laps. I don't really have to do anything now, because I don't think we're going to be overtaken by anyone in a championship. Cora also certainly not going to overtake us in the championship. So that's done and dusted, if you know what I mean. So yeah, not much really I need to do. So the leaders coming around to start their final laps. So Ricciardo, Hamilton and Verstappen, and now Vettel and Bottas, and I think Raikkonen are all on their final laps of the 2018 season of Season 1 in this career mode. Hamilton is on the way to the World Championship by only 3 points.
We have 2 laps of fuel
It
remaining.
will be one of the closest championships in history, and it will be
Final lap of the race.
for the first time since 2010 a driver leading the World Championship out of a final race to win a World Championship. Vettel was the last man to do so here, to lead the race and to win a World Championship here at Yas Marina circuit on Yas Marina Island. We go wide into turn 9. So yeah, we're gonna turn up our engine to the max now. Why not? We got enough fuel. So So, Daniel Ricciardo comes out of the final corner to take the win of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. More importantly though, Hamilton is world champion. Max Verstappen takes third, meaning Vettel is runner-up in the championship. Valtteri Bottas comes home to finish in fifth. Been a good drive for him. Sixth goes to Kimi Raikkonen. Seventh is one of the Renaults. Eighth to, I think, Force India. Ninth and 10th goes to I think one of the Force Indias and Alonso. 11th goes to K-Mag, but 12th belongs to us. And that is season 1 of this career mode over then. And we have confirmed also we are now also our team does finish in a good position. So Lewis Hamilton world champion then there. A brilliant result for Lewis Hamilton. A 5th title, just like real life. But obviously, you know, yeah. Obviously, in real life, Hamilton won obviously by a lot more, but Ricciardo is our race winner more importantly as well. Can't take that away from him, but today is Hammer Day.
The overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
So great win then there for Ricciardo, Daniel Ricciardo that is. So here we go. Lewis Hamilton celebrating a world championship and a 5th at that. A brilliant day for Hamilton and Lewis Hamilton. But as I say,
and now
season 1 always going to be one of the top guys.
As their lead at the top is now an insurmountable one.
But yes,
what a great year it's been for Formula 1. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, I have to give it to Kimi Raikkonen. Consistency, good battle, sensible driving.
So
you can be pleased with that performance today.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So that is the final championship standings then there. Hamilton is your champion from Vettel, only by, as I say, 3 points. And literally clinched it at the last moment in the last race of the year then. So how bitter must that be? Honestly, I don't know. But how sweet also can that be to take out the last race? As I say, it's not over until it's over, and literally that is why, because miracles can happen, and a miracle happened here. Okay, yeah, you can say Mercedes are a strong team, undoubtedly, but obviously that is a brilliant result. In terms of constructors, well, let's go through some other honourable mentions. So, 3 drivers this season: Stoffel Vandoorne, Marcus Ericsson, Pierre Gasly, did not gain a solitary point this year, which is a shame really for them, because obviously I think, you know, it was a good season, and I think there were occasions where maybe they did. But anyway, we finished 15th in the championship, to let you know. That is a fantastic result. So then 2 results at Spa and Monza really helped that. The result at Spa was obviously the one that really did it, but the result at Monza confirmed it. Brendan Hartley finishes in 16th, and my teammate finishes 17th. Anyone else really a standout season? No, not really, I wouldn't say so. We though, as a team, finish in 9th ahead of Toro Rosso. Ferrari though take the constructors, so Ferrari take the constructors but lose the drivers' championship. Mercedes finishing in 2nd from Red Bull Racing in 3rd. 4th is Renault. 5th Force India. 6th Haas. 7th is McLaren. 8th is Sauber. 9th is us, Williams, and 10th is Toro Rosso. So season 1 is over. That is season 1. Go check out all the other 20 videos. So yeah, you know, I hope you enjoy that. So let's do our final press conference.
Your team must be thrilled.
Yeah, we're thrilled with, you know.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Can't just say that, you know. That's it. There
Great.
we go.
Well, that's everything.
So there we go then. So season 1 is over. Let's see what now happens, sort of thing. Cool.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
Cool. So obviously, that's just my agent telling me how things are going, which is good. Nice to know that they've all gone well. Obviously. So contract negotiation.
It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
So next season, obviously we don't know where we're going to be as a team. So I think we'll just put our qualifying position up and our race position up by 1. Now I want to be the first driver in the team, and goal I'm going to have hard or medium. I think that's a fair contract. Let's see if we can pass it.
They aren't coming round to that proposal. Let's try something else.
Okay, how about 13th? Ooh. How about 13th? I think then that'd be a fairer contract.
They didn't like those terms. Let's try again.
How about take that away? Go with that.
Our proposal has been accepted.
There we go.
The new contract will take effect
That's
on
all
the
right.
next race weekend.
There we go. So, yeah, that's all right. Not too bad with that contract. So, there we go. That is season 1 over. So, yeah, I believe we make now multiple upgrades. I'm not sure. I know we can't. So, which way do we go? Go that way. Right, there we go. So that is then season 1 over. We'll go into, so we'll sort of end the season off, so sort of thing. We'll go press the next season so you guys can see what happens now. So that just shows the vehicle performance comparison. So Red Bull have the quickest car. So this is our results for the last season. And as I say, the Belgian Grand Prix and the Italian Grand Prix were our best 2 races. But amazingly, in the last 4 races, our worst finishing position is 12th. Since the United States Grand Prix. So 12th is actually our worst finishing position, which is very nice to see. So 12th is ours. But yeah. Oh yeah, and we got a 10th at the Russian Grand Prix. I forgot about that. So yeah, you know. Worst finishing position of the season, though, is a DNF, I guess, or 20th. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully we'll have a good season next season, better maybe season. There are certainly races where I think we can improve. Canada, Austria, easily we can improve there. France, I believe we need to improve at. And then we got to try and improve in places like Germany, because we only just missed out on points in Germany. Hungary. So yeah, and then obviously China, I think that'll be a very strong track for us. So next season, the aim has to be to get multiple points in multiple races. Whether or not we can be a regular point scorer, that's a different question. That's a different ball game altogether. But we have to certainly aim for multiple point scores at multiple circuits. So yeah, we'll have to see. Like obviously, the thing is, obviously the car does get better as we go through season. And as you can tell, you know, this season, obviously we've done a better job. But obviously the thing is, a circuit like Australia, how are we going to compare in Australia this season, next season, compared to last season? Are we going to be better? Where are we going to be on the grid? Who knows? Let's see. So let's jump into season 2. Let's hopefully the upgrades will work throughout the winter. Long break, in theory. We'll select tyres quickly. Obviously, it won't be a real winter break. A real winter break is about 4 months, something like that. So obviously, we're not waiting 4 months before we get into another career mode season. So it's only going to be Sunday, or you know, it's only a few days until we release our next video. So we're going to have a little break, yes, for sure. But it won't be a massive break, if you know what I mean. It's only going to be, what, a few weeks?
I hope you're rested and ready for the new season.
Sort of.
I don't think we really got the most out of the team last year. The car didn't really improve as I would have liked. Let's try and do better this time.
So, according to this, Haas have really dipped in performance. We're still the second best team. McLaren have taken a leap this season. Ferrari, Red Bull are very strong at the moment. And yeah, you know, yeah, it's interesting. What happened here? Alright, so this upgrade must have failed. Whatever, I'm not sure. Yeah, part failed, so yeah, what was that? Saw something just a minute ago. Oh right, R&D perks. Oh right, yeah. I know what that is. So yeah, yeah. So we haven't made a leap forward by the looks of it, as much as I would have hoped. Look how far. Wow, Red Bull, Honda, miles. But look how far we've got. We've made all these upgrades, and we're still the worst chassis team. I think, you know, by the end of the season, I could be tempted to move away from this Williams team. To maybe a higher scoring team. We'll have to see how we do, if you know what I mean. Obviously, because, like, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have a better car for sure, but yeah, it's going to be difficult this season, I think. But let's see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Come back for season 2, which will start at some point in the very near future. Most likely, we'll start within the next few days. As I said earlier on in the video, I'll probably be starting it this weekend at some point, season 2, obviously. Fresh season, so yeah, in terms of, if you know what I mean. So yeah, come back for that. We'll only probably have a few races in season 2 before we don't do any more videos, if you know what I mean. We'll only have Sunday, maybe, then maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm not sure. Thursday, Friday, I'm not sure. Saturday, maybe. But from Sunday the 23rd, definitely no more videos until at least Thursday the 27th or Friday the 28th. And yeah, you know, like I said, that is, you know, how things are going to be. Everything gets reset for Season 2, more or less. Team performance, obviously, adjusted. So, Alfa Romeo certainly taken a leap forward there. Obviously, in terms of everything else, points back to 0. So, theoretically, we could win the championship. I doubt it, but we can if we have a good enough season out of what is effectively the worst car. So yeah, and we'll have to see. Mercedes taking a dip, and yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. See you all next time.